Alright guys, welcome back to some more 428 Shibuya Scramble. My name is Raven from the Sky, and let's do this. And what kind of person? Okay, so do I still no? See regard from the right. Huh? The man that come up beside the girl was dressed in black and he wasn't Japanese. It looked like they were having a conversation. The girl nodded tensely at something the man said. Aichi stared. Something tells me that's not her boyfriend. The girl handed the attached case over to the man, took hold of it with his right hand and began walking briskly away. Oh! A nearby homeless man suddenly leapt over Aichi and broke into a run as if he'd been waiting for this very moment. Sprinting alongside him was a young man in a suit. This allows you to shift between characters at specific points. This can also allow you to clear a keep out. It lets you read on if you come across a red text. At that point, then X to continue. And the character story after the keep out, give it a try. By performing a jump from this screen, you can advance. Let's go, Kano. On it. Sasayama and Kano leapt into action. You did it. Jump successful. You often need to jump to get past another character's keep out. Jump from real keywords to clear. Keep this in mind as you advance throughout the story. Okay, there won't be any more tutorial messages for a while. If you get stuck somewhere, try changing protagonists or making different decisions to advance. You can now use the time chart in the main menu. Here we go. But they never expected what happened next. With the case clutched in both arms, the man suddenly veered, running right toward them. What? Catching sight of the two detectives, the suspect staggered to a halt, then bolted off in a new direction. Kano whipped off his costume, glasses, and followed in hot pursuit. At the crosswalk, the signal changed to red and the flow of foot traffic abruptly halted. Just as quickly, hundreds of cars lurched back into motion. There was no escape for the culprit now, or so it appeared. The converging cops slowed their pace, confident their man was cornered. The foreigner barreled straight into the intersection, dodging between the oncoming cars without any hesitation. The mob of detectives came to a halt, not eager to rush to their deaths along with them. Kano, however, remained in hot pursuit, charging into the traffic at the crossing. Kano, are you crazy? Come back! Kano heard Sasayama shouting, but his feet kept carrying him onward. With shouts and sirens echoing all around him, Kano closed in on the foreigner. Just a little closer. Just a little closer. And he'd be tackling range. He leaned forward, preparing to pounce, his eyes fixed on the culprit's feet. It was now or never. Kano, back off! Don't take him down! It was Kuze shouting through Kano's earpiece. Huh? Kano hesitated in surprise. Had he really just been ordered not to apprehend the criminal? Let him go for now. The real perp is someplace else. What had happened to the plan? He'd been told that all personnel were to secure the area ASAP. Didn't HQ want them to catch the perpetrator? Arrest team, stay on the foreigner's tail. Forensics team, get busy cross-referencing photos. Police seem dedicated exclusively to the task of apprehending the criminal. Tests and techniques on-scene investigations such as collecting and comparing fingerprints and analyzing photos of suspects. Even if this foreigner was only underling hired for this one task, the police had now tipped their hand and they'd been lying in wait. Yeah, you really think the perp would actually show up? They didn't lock things down now and get more info on the kidnapper. The girl's life might be at stake. Kano recalled another maxim from his detective diary. Dictum 12. Always assume a worst case scenario. If Kuze had told him to let this guy go, that implied he was counting on the team that was now in position. But if the crook had planned a way to break through the police dragnet and escape with the ransom, and he succeeded, what was the right call here? Should he take this guy down or back off after all? Oh shoot. Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch this guy ASAP. Let the other officers chase after the guy. Kano had his own job to do. Oh man. Kuze's instructions had been clear. Let the other officers chase after the guy. Kano had his own job to do. They broke off pursuit, pointing the next wave of detectives in the direction of the foreigner had fled. Kano had almost gotten close enough to get a good look at the guy's face. But if Kuze had ordered him to let the guy go, well, his boss should know what he was doing. The perp was someone else's problem now. He had just seized his pursuit when Kuze's panicked voice sounded shrill in his ear. Someone's taking Hitomi. Kano recognized Kuze's trademark squawking immediately. Subject is male. He appears to be carrying a gun. He's fleeing in the direction of Meiji Dori. What? Kano could hardly believe it. Hitomi had been kidnapped. Had she been abducted by whoever had taken Maria? But why? Someone must have been waiting for the moment when the police took their eyes off her. Something's very wrong here. What in the world is going on? Kano hurried to search for the man who'd taken Hitomi. If he was heading toward Meiji Dori, there was a good chance he'd gone down one of the alleyways nearby. After darting through the side streets, he spied a different man and another foreigner crossing an intersection a few dozen meters ahead. The man was dressed in black, just like the guy who grabbed the ransom money. He was right. The kidnapper wasn't acting alone. But wait, something was amiss. Hitomi isn't with him. Where was she? Kano skidded around the corner and stopped short. The man in black was standing there pointing a gun right at him. Before Kano could react, the man fired. Oh! Kano felt hot all over as if he was on fire. All except for his cheek, pressed against the asphalt and the palms of his hands, they felt so cold. There was nothing he could do. Nothing that is except lie there and watch as his killer turned and walked away. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. Shot by a foreigner. By trying to find the man who taken Hitomi, Kano ran into a different criminal, and unfortunately for him, he got shot. If the criminal hadn't been able to get near Hitomi, she probably wouldn't have been taken. Have Aichi make the choice to talk to Hitomi instead at 10:35. Oh, see, I made the wrong choice there. I made the same choice I made, to pick the trash up, to look for a place to dump the trash, and got the bad ending. Wait a minute, no. It says, have him approach. What kind of person makes you? I should figure he offered to carry it for her. The girl kept shifting her grip. It was clearly a strain for her to keep holding the case, but she didn't set it down. Whatever what was inside, it had to be something pretty important. Aichi made his way over to her, bristling inwardly at whoever had left her waiting like this. If I were you, I'd bust the head of the punk that's kept you waiting. Huh? That thing looks heavy. Let me carry it for you. The girl stared back at Aichi with wide eyes and said nothing. Really, I'm happy to help. I'm not going to steal or anything. His tone was hurried, and he impulsively reached for the attached case. An instant later, a group of men descended on him from all sides. Whoa, hey, what the heck? For an instant, Aichi froze, unable to process just what was happening. He tried to run, but the men shoved him uncertainly to the ground and held him there. They were shouting about something or other, or he couldn't make out their words. The more he tried to struggle, the harder they held him down. Like it says, you could tell us down at the precinct. A man in a suit knelt alongside him, flashing a police badge. Well, you're arresting me? What the heck did I even do? Instead of answering, they shoved right into the backseat of the patrol car, gazed dejectedly out the window. You could still see the girl. She didn't have the case anymore. Now she was talking to a man with a cane. Was he the person she'd been waiting for? A moment later, the car turned the corner and two of them slipped out of view. Archie slumped in the back seat, sulking and silent. Several hours passed after a bunch of pointless questioning. Police finally did good. We don't have to go through the same thing over and over again, just as a different person. The police finally determined he was innocent, and his father came to pick him up. For a long while, Aichi just stared intently out the window of the car. Finally, his father caught his attention. The old man seemed to be in a surprisingly good mood, despite having to collect his son from the jailhouse. Aichi, there's something I want to talk to you about. If it's about me taking over the shop, now is not the time, okay? No, it's not that. Look, let's just get home first. Sure. Don't feel like going out today anyway. But now, I'm curious. What do you want to talk about? I got some good news. Think you'll be pleased. I'm not sure I like the sound of that. Don't tell me you're getting remarried or something. Dad, I really don't like the sound of that. And so began a very long conversation. Bad ending again. 10th. Okay, so we started the jump then. She was just trying to be nice. Go back to 10:30 and make it. I did. The first time, and the dude ended up getting shot. Oh my. Go back to. $10:30. Approach the girl. B. That's gonna lead to the jump. Okay. B. Now both of them are grayed out, so they're gonna be grayed out because you chose them anyway. It's not like it. I thought it was telling me not to choose it again because I got the. This game is a trip, man. We're gonna dump this trash. Blah 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 blah. All right, we already know what happens. The man comes up, dressed in black. Okay. You stay at something's in the ride, but then a man in a red suit. Whoa. A young man in a suit. $10:35. This time we don't jump. First one. Then another. A third, a fourth, a fifth. Over a dozen now. Wait, the heck? There's something big going down. Were they after the attack case? Within moments, I actually lost sight of them all through the crowd. With that many people chasing him, the guy with the case was sure to get caught. But wait, what about the girl? I actually turned back around. The girl was still there. She was staring in the direction that the man who'd taken the case had gone, a worried expression on her face. Okay, another crazy day in Shibuya. They had to be shooting a scene for a film on location. It would probably be a mistake to intrude. I guess it's good to choose. That's obviously the wrong choice, but I guess it'd be good to choose those if you want to see every single possible ending. It's probably a platinum trophy too. Every single ending, every single decision you can make in every protagonist. Let me see. We're gonna go with A here. I actually couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. Maybe he should go talk to her and ask what was going on. I try to make decisions like, what would you do? You know what I mean? Like when I played The Walking Dead. But sometimes even that's the wrong decision. I actually couldn't shake the yep. Maybe he should go talk to her, see what's going on. But just as he was making up his mind, middle-aged man in a ratty business suit shuffled awkwardly over to her first. Was there something wrong with one of his legs? Was he using the cane to walk? Then one of his hands slipped into his jacket pocket. I actually could scarcely believe his eyes. Oh, shoot. A revolver? Colt Detective Special. 38 caliber revolver introduced in 1927 by Colt's Manufacturing Company. A classic example of a snub-nosed revolver. As the name implies, the weapon is frequently carried by detectives, narcotics officers, and the like for self-defense. Suddenly, a young man came running through the crowd. Seeing him, the man with the cane turned on his heel and vanished in the scramble. Something big was going down. What is all this? The young man was closing in on the girl as his expression grim. That guy's up to no good. Aichi sprang into motion. Hiya! Leaping, Aichi delivered a flying right between the man's shoulder blades. The guy went down but recovered surprisingly fast, spinning back to his feet to grapple with Aichi. What the heck is your problem? What the heck is your problem, man? Aichi snapped. The two stood staring at each other down as the crowd swirled around them. Let go of me. You let go of me first. After you let go of me, sure. You first, pal. Don't you call me pal, man. Don't you call me man, pal. Neither man was willing to yield. The crowd had parted to avoid the scuffle. Passersby were staring from all sides. Well, crap. Aichi got a sudden sinking feeling. What the heck am I even doing? Jumped in over my head as usual. His anger melted away. He loosened his grip. Without further argument, the other man let go of Aichi's jacket. Turning quickly away, the stranger hurried over to the statue of Hachiko, where he dropped to his knees, dejected. The girl who had been standing here, there was nowhere to be seen. You know, maybe this was the guy she'd been waiting on. The guy was clearly upset that she was missing. Aichi actually felt kind of bad for him. He decided it would be wise to leave while the guy's attention was elsewhere. Phew! He hurried back along the road to his house. The wind had gone out of his sails, and he didn't feel much like cleaning up trash anymore. Oh well, guess I'll read some manga and go to bed. Better play it safe before the day got any worse. Bad ending again. Aichi's interference with the young man, it was Kano, disrupted the detective's sting. If Aichi hadn't acted on impulse when he saw Kano heading for Hitomi, things might have gone differently. But how can you make sure Kano doesn't return to the scramble and startle Aichi? The key lies further along in Kano's story. Okay, so I know what happened. And when your boss tells you to back off, don't back off and keep chasing the perp. That's where I went wrong. But that's the story for another episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and the series grow. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.